Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for Talking Lead. Brace yourself, baby.
And welcome back to the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast. This is episode 167 or 8. Which one is this?
It'd be awesome if it was 160.
I'll edit it in. So we are recording live. If you can do that, record live. You have to record live, I guess, don't you? From Rockcastle again. We have come back to cover the Night Stalker Association two-gun competition that they're having this week up here at Rockcastle, the beautiful, lovely Rockcastle. I can't get enough of this place. I love it. In with me today, we have, what's your title?
Officially, I do not have a title. However, if you would like to call me El Conquistador, I will allow it.
We have El Conquistador Derek.
Yes.
With us. And you guys may remember Derek from a few episodes back when we were up here for the... Which event was that we were here last? Was it the Mission? No, it wasn't Mission 22. It was before that, wasn't it?
I believe it was Mission 22.
Was it Mission 22? I think it was before that one.
I can't recall. I'm not sure. I don't know. I come up here quite often. I don't ever come up here and shoot. I just come up here to hang out and drink beer. So my memory of what event it was is kind of
diluted,
kind of
hazy.
Yeah. Yes, unfortunately.
I'm a little hazy on that one too. I may have partaken of one or two adult beverages.
It happens.
And you've got a friend with you.
I do. You
have brought along the Quartermaster of the Night Stalker Association.
Yep.
And we're going to call him code name Tracy.
Yeah. I don't have a fancy name. His is that's really good.
I do like the hat you're rocking today, though.
Yeah.
My alma mater, MTSU, baby. Who are you rooting for? MTSU. Yeah.
Go blue.
That's right. So, guys, we're done for the day, pretty much, shooting.
We are.
It was a hot day, to say the least. Very hot, but nobody passed out that I know of.
No, I don't believe anybody did. I think most people wanted to pass out when they came out of the cave. So going in, coming back out. The cave
is like 40-degree difference.
About that, yeah.
Between
on a day like this, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like 95 degrees out or hotter, and then the cave's like a cool constant, 54 or something like that?
54, yeah. It's in the 50s.
It was a little over 100 with the heat index on the range itself.
Yeah. So
when they went in there, it's a big difference. So.
Yeah. So, Derek, our last episode that we had you on, you alluded to this event.
Mm-hmm.
And today we actually we got some video coverage of it.
Yep.
And you guys make sure you check our YouTube channel. We'll have a video of that coming up soon if it's not already out. So check our YouTube channel. But kind of tell us about what you guys organize this event for.
Okay.
I know obviously it's for your association, but
right. So the
talk about your association.
So the idea for the match was the association does so much throughout the year to support the active duty service members that we have in the unit, and the families and children, through educational benefits. And Tracy can elaborate a little bit better than I can about the things that the association actually does. But what we do is throughout the year, a variety of fundraising events to benefit the family members of the men and women of the organization. So this was an opportunity to do something a little bit different. We've done motorcycle rides, combatives tournaments, golf scramble, a couple different things.
You're telling me a fishing tournament?
Yeah, a fish tournament.
Yeah, we have an annual bass tournament.
Yep.
We have a motorcycle ride, combatives. We have this. Then we have some events for our family is Christmas party, and things of those nature. We're always looking at expanding. Golf tournament's another big one.
Yeah.
We have it at Novadale in Kentucky.
Okay,
raises some money for our families and Night Stalkers in need. So. And basically black and white, I'll tell you, render assistance to Night Stalkers, worthy members or widows, orphans by means of loans, gifts, camaraderie, and personal assistance. last year alone, we gave $500,000 and things like this. We know a fellow Night Stalker. He was in need of assistance, couldn't get in his house. Combat vet. We needed to build a ramp for his house, and then we remodeled his bathroom to help him out.
Awesome.
And these are just examples, but there's many more. A little girl, their family, they couldn't afford to get a specialized bike for her. She's handicapped, couldn't go outside and ride a bike on a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
So we paid half of that. This year we gave $200,000 in scholarships for higher education.
Awesome.
To Night Stalker families and their members. So,
right on.
Yeah.
And you get the money from these events and through charitable donations, right?
Yeah, that's it. These events alone, every dime counts, and charitable events, it's what keeps us going. It keeps it rolling, the bank account going. So
yeah. So for our listeners who aren't familiar, who missed the episode that you were on, Derek, tell us about the Night Stalkers. Give us a little history behind them.
Yeah, so the Night Stalker Association benefits the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, headquartered at Fort Campbell. Of course, we have 4 battalions spread out throughout the United States. Premier aviation unit in the world, supporting some of the greatest Americans and soldiers in the U.S. military. So, great organization to be a part of. I've been a part of it for a very long time. I don't think there's any finer place that you can call home. So, yeah,
and the same with me. I'm retired. I was a Night Stalker for many years, and just the things they do. They're just amazing folks, and and it's nothing classified or no secret. Everybody knows us by Black Hawk Down, the movie and the
right.
book. That's the first thing they say. Oh, you're in that unit, Black Hawk Down. But
I'm sure there's hundreds and probably thousands of missions that you guys have been a secret squirrel a part of. So there's a lot of stuff you guys can't talk about. I understand that.
Yeah, a lot of the guys that are up here shooting today are still active, still doing those things, still deploying routinely for us, which is pretty funny to say routinely because there's no routine to what we do. But we've got some guys that signed up for this match that unfortunately couldn't be here due to work requirements. Mm-hmm. So things happen, and hopefully they can come back up here next year. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So this is kind of a closed event. It's not really, you don't publicize it a whole lot.
Right. Yeah. So initially we
got like a little.
So initially
limit
we kind of the idea for the match came up with a couple guys sitting on the couch drinking beer, right? That's
where the best ideas happen.
That's where your best ideas come from.
Yes,
exactly. But so we discussed it, talked about it, and they had run a 3-gun match several years ago, and got to be a lot of work, a lot of moving parts and pieces. There's some issues with it, so that kind of got halted. I think some guys PCS to move around, so. Had the idea, actually it was at one of our other fundraising events. It was a combatives tournament. Mm-hmm. And so some of the guys that like to shoot, that don't like to fight, were like, well, this is crap, man. We need to have a shooting competition. I said, well, why don't we do it? So started talking, trying to get my ducks in a row, so to speak, and ended up making it happen. Last year was the first one. Took a little bit of time, took some coordination, some effort to make it happen. I think from the time I initially brought it up and started talking about it, it would have been 2 years. Mm-hmm. Had we shot it in December, it would have been 2 years from the time I initially brought it up. So we were, 5 months short of 2 years when we shot it in August last year. So definitely it's been a long time coming, but it seems like everybody's having a good time, having a lot of fun with it. Just a great opportunity to come out and do something different, fundraise, and get some more people involved in it.
Now, you guys have, it's not just your run-of-the-mill kind of, target thing. You guys actually have some thought, and, there's some history behind the stages for your 2-gun competition. Talk a little bit about that.
So that kind of goes in hand with what you were saying about it being a closed event. We opened it up initially to the active members of the unit and to members of the association, so lifetime Night Stalker Association members. After that, we opened it up to the public and to most of the local shooters around here, really want to participate and get the chance to come up and shoot. So we opened it up to them, or friends of the ROs that help us out so much. So the events, the stages do have a military theme or a little bit of unit history attached to each one of them. And so that kind of goes a long way with the people that are still active and or retired. For example, last year with one of the stages, we read a piece of history that happened in the 80s. And while there was a young lady shooting, she didn't really know much about it. But what was cool was that her dad was there, and he was a part of that operation.
Oh,
so
wow.
he could turn to his door and say, hey, I did that. I was a part of that when they read that at the stage.
Yeah.
This year we changed it up a little bit, and each stage does have a tie into the unit somewhat, with the exception of the cave. That one's a little bit different. We just made that one kind of run and gun.
It was awesome.
For a lot of fun. But
yeah, I love the cave. We'll talk about that one in a minute.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, just want to be able to give the guys that are still active, that we're parts of those missions or operations, and know the names. We're friends with some of the people that we recognized on the stages, an opportunity to come out and shoot and have some fun. And then, should they have brought somebody with them, should they brought a first-time shooter or somebody that's not familiar with the unit exactly, they could talk to them on the side after they've ran the stage about, hey, this is what it means, this is the history behind it. These were my friends, this is what it's all about.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome that you guys do it that way. I mean, I haven't heard of anybody else doing a 3-gun, 2-gun competition like that. So
yeah, so the idea for the 2-gun was primarily because we don't run a lot of shotgun, and we don't really run any
save your shoulders, right?
So we thought, well, let's see, what do the guys in the unit shoot, guys and gals, and what are people more familiar with? And well, rifle, pistol. So let's do it like that. We thought that would kind of speed things up a little bit, especially if we had folks that were novice shooters that wanted to come out and shoot first time.
Yeah.
Kind of get their feet wet with the sport.
Well,
so,
it may evolve. You may eventually get the shotguns
absolutely,
thrown into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's funny you should say that. You don't hear much of it, and I think there's a reason why. A lot of credit to, Derek and the ROs and Rockcastle. I mean, you were out there with live stuff, some experts, some not, amateurs, and it's risky. So you have to have everything online, all your P's and Q's. So 2 years in a row, thank God, knock on wood, no injuries, no nothing. I mean, not even heat exhaustion. Yeah. So
now they're running a IPSIG or something
USPSA.
here. Is that what it is? Okay. And one of the guys was a first-time shooter, and that was we're in the restaurant, guys, by the way. There was a guy sitting at the table over from me. I was setting up. He's like, hey, you guys getting ready to do a podcast or something? It's like, yeah. So we got talking. He's like, yeah, I just did my first USPSA. And he pulled his shirt up, and he had a huge bruise where he got ricocheted from shooting some of the steel. He got a little too close, apparently. But
yeah, that'll happen.
That was his first experience, so he got broke in good on that.
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you guys, no injuries or anything going on. It's a very professionally run event, very well organized, thought through. I mean, all the stages were, like you said, I mean, they've got some kind of meaning behind them. There's a reason why they're doing what they do on each stage. And before each stage, it's explained to them, the history and to what they're getting ready to do.
Yeah, it's really good. Everybody wants,
It adds a whole nother level and a whole other element that a lot of the competition shoots don't bring to the table, So I thought that was kind of cool that you guys do that.
That's what I was going to say. A lot of times, with matches like this, be it a pistol match or a 2-gun, 3-gun, everybody gets to the stage and they want to walk the stage and look at it, rehearse, do their walkthrough, which is great. Everybody needs to do that.
Yeah.
So everybody gets to do it, and then they see the props, and they're like, well, what is the backpack for?
Yeah.
What are these ammo cans for? What do we have a sked kill with a dummy on it? Like last year we had a sked kill with a dummy. This year we didn't. But
right.
So everybody's interest is kind of peaked, and then when they get to, I think it makes the reading of the stage description and rules a little. It probably means a little bit more, so they're more actively listening. As opposed to it's just a standard range brief. I got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that kind of goes a long way. I'm really glad that the ROs also to take the time to read it and really know the story behind it instead of just reading it off the paper. So
give us one of the stage stories, just an example for our listeners.
So one of the stage stories would have been, let's see here. Let's start with one of making the extraordinary look ordinary. So trying to come up with a name for a stage. I had an idea.
This was the A-frame one, right?
This was not the A-frame. This was
the ordinary.
Making the extraordinary look ordinary was carrying the assault pack.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it looks like a backpack, just like a regular little black backpack. But what you don't know is it's weighted down with about 50 or 55 pounds, and you have to carry a slung rifle and engage all your pistol targets first. Then you dump the pistol, and then you're allowed to unsling the rifle, but you have to fire it weak hand, support
Offhand,
side, offhand, however you like to say it. And some of our steel targets were set out to about 200 maybe, but you had 4 or 5 half-size targets, the silhouettes that you had to knock down first. So the deal is, people looking at it's like, oh, they're just carrying a backpack, so it looks ordinary. Well, it's not. The story behind that is several years ago, we had a helicopter that was going in to insert some customers, put them on the ground, and as they landed, put them on the ground, our passengers get off, and they get engaged by a couple of bad guys getting out of a car, I believe. So as they're getting shot at, a couple of the assaulters get shot, and 1 or 2 go down. And what's unknown at the time, you could see it in the. I remember seeing it in the footage. You see people jumping off the aircraft, running out. So we had a medic. He ran out to assist, and then you see a crew chief jump out. He goes out to assist. And what nobody knew was that the pilot had been shot, as well as the assaulters. So the round came through the door, through the window, and entered the cheek, exited, and then actually struck the co-pilot, struck his mic, or a part of his helmet. So, difficulties of communication, disorienting stuff. So crews, they go out, pull everybody back in. The the pilot that was struck actually maintained a level of consciousness enough to assist the co-pilot, who was relatively new to the unit, in flying the aircraft back to the nearest combat support hospital.
Okay.
And eventually he did sort of in and out of consciousness. The crew chief at the time, I believe, was laid over the back of the aircraft, reaching up into the cockpit to try and apply a pressure dressing to the pilot's face as best he could. But continued to fly the helicopter. Shot through the face. And continued to fly it as best he could until eventually, they got back to the hospital. And so, all wounded personnel, everybody was accounted for, got them back to the hospital for treatment. So, I would say it's pretty extraordinary. And it made it look like another day at work, essentially picking some guys up and dropping them off.
But that's what you're doing with these stages. You're trying to somewhat simulate what those units went through.
Right. So with that, it's just, make it as difficult as we can. Yeah. So give them a backpack. It looks normal, but you got to shoot it offhand. You don't know that, and you don't know it's going to be weighted down to 50 pounds until you put it on. So
right,
yeah. So
you're
it's fun for them. So just like everything else, we don't give them a heads up of what the stage descriptions are going to be. So last year we had some folks that were like, "Well, why don't we get a stage description? Most of these matches we get a stage description." It's like, well, most nights or days that members of the unit are overseas doing missions.
You go into combat, you usually don't know what you're getting into
until
you get there.
Yeah. So it's going to be a surprise for you. So.
That's cool.
I think people liked it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's kind of the overwhelming consensus I've been getting when I've been talking to people out here. So, very cool.
Yeah, I shot last year, and I'll tell you what, I didn't get a chance. He made me work the whole time this year. But last year, the one, they had a vehicle, and you had to shoot in the vehicle both sides, and then once you get out, you had to drag a dummy back, and then go and engage targets with your pistol. So, by the time all that transpired and I got done, I was just that stage alone, I was pretty tired. So yeah, it was very exhausting. I mean, it's not, like you said, it's just not coming up on target, shooting, reholstered, and walk off the range. You're doing things in between that are
all right, and there's a reason why you're doing the things.
Yep, and then there's a reason behind it. So it's really
it's good that they hear the story beforehand, because as they're going through, then in their minds, they're kind of putting themselves in those individuals' shoes, kind of, so to speak.
As long as there's a reason to carry heavy stuff or move a bunch of heavy stuff, I think people will complain less about it. That's what I've been told. So,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is why I got to do this.
There's a reason. Yeah, I'll be okay with it. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of you just being a dick.
Correct. Yeah.
These guys are dicks.
That happens sometimes too. But yeah.
But listen, they work hard. So what's coming up next is we get to play hard. So after there's food, there's drinks, there's prizes, there's drawings, there's giveaways. Now, do you guys do place prizes for the first, second, third, anything like that? Or
so what we
do you do that?
What we did last year was we did a random draw prize table. We didn't have a whole lot of stuff, obviously, for the prize table, which we wanted to make sure that everybody came out and had fun. Of course, it's for the association, for the cause. We want to have people to have fun and go home with something. So last year and this year, what we did is we have first place plaques for your first place shooter in each division, open, TAC optics, and TAC iron, and then your top military shooter in each division. So we've got that. We've got a couple nice prize packages from Cryptek that came in, and we're going to give each top shooter a plaque, and then allow them to pick the Cryptek package that they want of their choice. I know we had discussed it earlier. We weren't 100% sure how we were going to do it with number of shooters we had on hand and prizes. I think we have opted to do a random draw this year as well, because we've got so many ROs that are excellent shooters. I mean, they work normal day jobs, but excellent shooters, just like some of the guys in the unit here. You know, I'm competitive and I'm a shooter. That doesn't make me a competitive shooter on the same level as some of these guys, right? So
yeah, by far.
Instead of doing a
competitive shooter,
instead of doing a order finish, and then it's like, well, you know, if we have 60, 70 items and we got 18 ROs who, you know, potentially 9, 10, 11, 12 of them are ringers. It gives everybody, so it gives the amateur, the true amateur, somebody who just came up, maybe their first time, an opportunity to walk away with something really great. And it gives an RO an opportunity to get something for, you know, busting their butt in the heat the way they did, taking their time.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, they take time off from work. You know, we got a guy that traveled 3 hours to get here to do this. He just wanted to take time off and come do it. He had so much fun last year. So, it's a great time. We'll
make sure he at least gets a Glock patch here from Talking Lead.
Well, one of the ROs actually won the Glock last year. It was pretty cool. He at the last minute he bought $100, I think, worth of raffle tickets.
Oh, speaking of, it's not too late to buy those, is it? Because I got to get my raffle tickets.
No, you need to get one.
No, I'm going to get several.
Yeah.
I'm getting
pick up
because there's a nice. Was it an Armalite?
It is.
That's up for grabs.
AR-10.
Yes. Yeah, yep, 30. I believe it's a $3,100 rifle.
Yeah, I think that's got Left Hand's name all over it.
It might. Yeah. The really great thing was when we opened the rifle case, Hugh Foskey, who represents SAC.
I thought it was Armalite.
Well, he represents. So this might be a part where you have to edit it, but he Armalite and Surgeon Arms or Surgeon Rifles, and there's like 3 or 4 of the companies that kind of fall under. SAC, and I think it's Strategic Arms.
Yeah, Strategic.
I can't remember the exact name of it, but so yeah, it's an Armalite rifle. And yeah, he said so. He's like, well, the funny thing is, man, he said, you know, I thought they were going to send you like a little
pistol, like an AR pistol.
AR pistol. He's like, I'm buying all the damn tickets I can buy. So
yeah, because it's like a full size stainless steel competition.
Yeah, it's like their top end. High end 7.62. Yeah, so
yeah, it's like a. I think it's 2,500, 3,000.
I think 3,000. Yeah, it's a little over 3,000. It's like 2-position gas block. You can run it suppressed. So, yeah. Very nice.
That'll be one that if I win, I don't give it back. Sorry. A lot of times when I win stuff, I'll just re-gift it back. So they can just raffle it off again. Yeah, but that one I'm going to keep. So
I would.
I think I have $5. I'm going to go try and buy a ticket and see if I'm the. If El Conquistador is lucky enough to walk away with something. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so you guys have plans to do this again, 3rd annual, next year, about the same time? Or are you going to try to get it a little cooler next year?
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about it, because right now the easy button, so to speak, is the fact that last year when we were kind of worried about getting it up off the ground, we had the Pro-Am, which was such a huge event last weekend. We had the opportunity to just do some of the friendships and acquaintances I've made with folks that said, hey, listen, we'll talk to the guys at the Rock and see if we can use 5 of the stages from the Pro-Am for your event. So when they tore everything down from last weekend, they just left 5 stages we picked out. And then in that week time frame from the Pro-Am ending to our match beginning, a couple of us sat down and looked at the stage designs and figured out how could we tweak them, remove shotgun targets, of course, add pistol targets, etc. So, you know, a lot of folks have left a lot of steel here, a lot of targets here for us to use, and because we don't have that, you know, we don't have that. So going into it, it would be one of those things where maybe we could, you know, if we buy targets, or maybe somebody is kind enough to maybe a sponsor gets involved and would help out. That would be excellent. That way we could do that. We could change it, maybe run it in October or November when it's cooler. But then we have.
Well, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you're kind of at the mercy of what's happened before you. Yeah,
and then also, you know, in this part of the country, that time of the year, big hunters.
Hunting season,
A lot of those
Hunting season.
A lot of those guys out there are hunters. They go on trips, and I mean, dedicated professional shooters, but these guys that come out to volunteer, donate money and stuff. It's a big competing event. It is.
Yeah, but you guys have the other events going. You got, like you said, the big fishing tournament. When does that usually go on? The big bass tournament.
The fishing tournament's usually in April. It's over by Dover. Last year,
Dover, Tennessee.
Yeah, we had talked. It was right around. I think we had 85 boats, so it was a big success. Awesome event. And then this year we have our 35th anniversary party in October.
35th.
So, yeah, it's the 35th anniversary of the 160th. So.
Awesome.
And the NSA is trying to make it a nice event for them. We have a little party and stuff.
Where's that going to be? Is that something you can talk about? Is that
that's
open?
just going to be. It's not open. It's closed to the soldiers and their families and NSA members.
Members.
Yeah. So it's going to be in October. And it's usually about 1,500 people. We usually smoke about 100 butts.
Nice.
Drink a few drinks.
Big throwdown.
Have kids have bouncies and stuff. So and that's what it's about. It's a time for the families to get together in between things that they do for God and our country. So it's we want to show our appreciation for that. It's a lot of good chow and have a good time.
And then your golf tournament, when's that usually?
Golf tournament.
Where?
So what we do is we have a week of the Night Stalker or Wanza, and that's at Novodale, Kentucky, right outside of Hopkinsville, and that's in May. So that week alone, we have the golf tournament, the motorcycle ride, we have combatives, and softball tournament. So it's a busy week for us. Plus, we have a formal during that time. Last year, it was at the Gaylord Opry, Nashville.
Yeah.
So big event, beautiful time. I mean, just everybody.
It's a beautiful hotel.
Yeah, everybody dresses up, goes out, has a big time. Usually we have a band, special events and stuff going on. So
cool. That's
a busy week. And then most importantly, we have a Memorial Day, and then what we do is that's the time that we think about our fallen Night Stalkers, remember them and everything that they did for us. So that's the reason why we're here. So
cool.
Good.
All right, so
yes, sir.
I've got to ask you because I didn't get you last time on the new guy questions. I'm not going to hit you with all of them. I'll just hit you with a couple.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with Derek. When it comes to pop culture, did I ask you this?
No.
Okay. What's your go-to, whether it's a magazine, a movie, a song, whatever movie that's gun-related? What's your go-to? TV show?
So, I'm a big Die Hard fan.
Bruce Willis?
Yes. So, I would say Die Hard.
Cue-ball head.
Now, Point Break. Probably Point Break.
Point Break's a great
little old
movie.
school.
The first one, right?
I'm a Swayze fan, yeah. So
Did you see the second one?
I have not. I refuse to watch it.
Yeah,
so
it's horrible.
My wife will tell you if
don't watch
Roadhouse or
Roadhouse,
or Point Break is on any channel, we're watching it. It doesn't matter. She's shaking her head right now. She's like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Point Break, yeah, right on.
I can't help it. I don't know what it is, man. I might watch Dirty Dancing every once in a while.
This is your wake-up call, Bodie. I am an FBI agent.
Yeah, she bought me she bought me some of the Zero Foxtrot T-shirts with the mask of the Presidential Squad goals.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're so cool, yeah.
I love that. All right, same question. Tracy.
I'm probably gonna. Man, that's hard, but the Jason Statham movies, I really like those. But
do you like him in the Expendables? I like his character in the Expendables. I don't necessarily like the Expendables movies.
It was a different character for him,
Yeah.
So I kind of liked it. But I tell you, the one movie I think is really cool. Did you guys ever see Quigley Down Under?
Yeah, was he in that?
Yep.
No, he wasn't in that. But what I'm saying,
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck. Yeah. Magnum PI, baby.
Yeah, the
Magnum
whole
PI.
rifle long shot thing.
Yeah.
He pulls it up, and the dudes are like, and he's like, I think that's just an awesome kind of.
What if he had the Ferrari in the old school setting, the old Wild West?
You had Quigley
cool?
down under with the Ferrari.
Yeah. I think the dude would probably still have caught that big round.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
but I mean, that was really cool as far as shooting and marksmanship and stuff.
Yeah.
And Cat throws up a gun, open sights.
Heck yeah.
Bam. He falls about, a million miles, whatever that distance was, 300 meters.
Yeah.
300.
Well, when you're out in the outback, I mean, you got forever.
Yeah.
No obstructions or anything.
Now, the other one I really like is came out a couple years ago. It's got Keanu Reeves in it. I'm trying to
John
remember.
Wick?
John Wick.
Yeah.
That was it. I told my wife,
there's a John Wick 2 coming out.
That movie was crazy. That was a good movie, but I'll tell you what.
The gun mechanics in that were really
Amazing.
good.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, that's a good that's a good pick. I agree with you. Yeah,
John Wick.
I just saw that for the first time about a month ago.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, where's this movie been?
Yeah.
I was just like,
extreme.
another Keanu Reeves movie, blah, blah, but,
Yeah, he was a little angry in that, and a little anger management things going on.
That's what's so good about it. We were watching, my wife was like, so what exactly is the point of this movie again? I was like, what do you mean?
Violence.
I don't get it. I was like, they killed his
Revenge.
dog. They killed his dog.
You don't kill a man's best
You don't
friend.
kill a man's dog. No.
Yeah.
That would really piss me
There's
off.
a price to pay for that, and they paid it. All right, next question. Your next bucket list gun or piece of kit, what would it be? What you next gotta have, want to have, that's on your list?
Gotta have, want to have would probably, for me, be an optic for my rifle, because right now I'm running
but what optic?
I borrowed from a buddy of mine.
There's the Blue Bazillion optics out
I'll tell you what, I like the Trigicon MRO. I like that.
You like the MRO?
I like the MRO.
Okay.
I like that one. Right now I'm running something I paid $100 to a buddy of mine at work for, because I come up to the Rock to hang out and drink and shake hands and kiss babies, and I don't ever really get much of a chance to shoot
If you're going to do this every year, you got to up your equipment, man.
Gotta up it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Tracy?
I'm a little off on that, the 2-gun thing. I started sporting clay shooting, and I think the next one.
So you're doing some shotgun.
Yeah, the Beretta. One of the Berettas, the new ones, the sporting clays coming out. I got the black just recently, and
Cool.
it's like one of a couple. They're hard to get, but yeah, probably one of the new Berettas, the sporting clays.
Awesome.
Because it's like everybody can never have enough. And
Exactly.
All right, so here's the next part of that question. Price be damned, laws be damned. What would you get? What would you have? Vehicle, gun, equipment. What would you get?
Trace, I'll let you go first.
What would you?
really?
I'm gonna put the pressure on you there.
price be damned, laws
What
be
would you
damned.
put in your arsenal?
That's a hard question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just came to me. So if it's a vehicle, I'm going to say one of the up armored Suburban with running a minigun out of the top of it.
Okay. Why not just get a whole Humvee?
We could do that too.
Yeah, that's good.
I like to be low profile though sometimes.
Why not just get the helicopter?
Company out of Pennsylvania makes those up armor Humvees.
Yeah.
And they make the up armor Escalades or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have the
Yukons and stuff.
Yeah, the Yukon. I think that I would probably have something like that. That's probably cool.
Yeah.
You roll up to get groceries and storm happens. It's like, oh, let me back up.
Spikes Tactical has some kind of vehicle that they've freaking armored up. I don't know what it is, but I'd like to get one of those.
I think that gives a whole new meaning to like your bug out vehicle.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or the grocery getter. So
Yep.
That would
All right.
be cool.
So next one is, if you could spend the day at the range with anyone, whether they're fictional, real life, still living, passed away, or a group of people, who would it be? I'm going with Tracy first.
Wow.
I'm killing him with these questions.
These are crazy questions, man. I didn't even get a chance to study.
That's the point. These are
if I could
off the hip, man.
Yeah. At the range. Man, I couldn't even imagine who I'd spend the day with.
All right, Derek, go.
I'd spend it with my lovely wife.
What?
Look at this.
Okay, she's walking away.
She's like, whatever, I'm out of here.
Oh, man.
And then I would probably Johnny Cash
Johnny Cash.
and/or
Man
Elvis
in
Presley,
Black.
the King. Yeah, those two.
I can't think of his name, but do you guys watch that guy on TV? He's on a lot of shows, and he
Arlie Army?
Arlie Army. He throws up clay pigeons, and boom, boom, boom. He could shoot 10, 15 at a time. Yeah, I can't.
Oh,
think
yeah,
of
I know
his
who you're
name.
talking about, yeah.
I would definitely spend a day with him because that guy is absolutely amazing. I mean, he's not a young guy, but it might be Jerry Micklick.
I don't know if he throws. I know he's a hell of a shooter and shotgun, rifle, everything.
I mean, those guys are just amazing. They could teach you so much, but I don't know if I'd learn quick enough. Listen fastly kind of thing for them in the day.
Yeah.
But just to get the opportunity to spend the day with them, on the range,
Yeah.
and just
It would be awesome.
absorb what you could. Yeah.
I like to have a day on the range with my grandfather. He passed away when I was too young, so learned some of those life lessons a little bit from him. But I don't know if he shot, if he didn't shoot, but it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Very cool. That's a good answer, man. Now you're tugging on our heartstrings.
Well, I'm a little family oriented, man. I can't help it.
All right, guys. Let's go see how everybody fared in the competition.
Yeah, I see some people gathering around.
Get me some raffle tickets.
Get some more raffle tickets and
absolutely.
Have you ever had a better view on any of your interviews? I mean, it's just amazing.
Well, actually, we've interviewed from here before, and this is like one of my favorite places to do the show from. I love it up here at Rockcastle.
Yeah.
If you guys have not had an opportunity, you need to come up to Rockcastle, check it out. But more importantly, I want you to go to the Night Stalker Association's website. They've got a Facebook page.
We do.
Are you on Instagram also?
No, we're not on Instagram.
Okay. All right. And they can go there, learn more about the association and how you can help donate. Can they donate there?
Yep, they can. Well, they'll donate to our website, but Andrea, she monitors the Facebook all the time. Any questions, anything you have, she'll ping you back, man, like instantly.
Okay.
She's awesome. So it's not one of those ones where it's dead and it's kind of delayed. I mean, she'll get back with you.
Now, I know you guys have patches, right? You got Night Stalker patches. I got to get one of those.
I'm sure Tracy can take care of that for you. I don't have any.
Death waits in the dark. The Night Stalkers.
Yeah.
Can you explain that logo real quick?
Combination of the man and machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So death with the sword riding the winged horse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be the melding. If I remember,
the culmination of man and machine melding together.
And that's a historical one there too. We should.
All right, lead heads. We'll be back. All right, lead heads, we are back, and we are at the Rockcastle Night Stalker Association two-gun competition, and we just got back from the awards giveaway ceremony. Was that what you call it?
I think that's perfect. There's a little bit of everything.
Okay, yeah, it was. I mean, you're acknowledging the people that helped out, and the ROs and the staff, and then gave out the shooters their prizes, and then you were doing drawings from the raffle.
Yes, sir.
Which I didn't win anything.
It was a little disappointing on my part, too. I didn't win anything either.
Yeah. But that's okay. It's going to a good cause.
Yep, absolutely.
So I feel perfectly fine about that. I wasn't expecting to win anything anyway. So
we did have one winner. Actually, Tracy won it. Tracy won it first and then put it back in the raffle.
That's right.
He did, yeah. So the big, and we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that. But so we've got a guest here. Let's go ahead and announce our guest. So I'll let Derek introduce our guest.
All right, so the man sitting to my right, your left, is Mr. Hugh Foskey.
As you're listening on the dial.
That's right. Mr. Hugh Foskey of Strategic Armory Corps. I'll let Hugh sort of talk about what the company does and who they represent.
Yeah.
Strategic Armory Corps owns Armalite rifles, McMillan rifles, Surgeon rifles, AWC suppressors, and Nexus ammo.
So you guys are the big daddies.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of great...
See, I thought Armalite was the big daddy.
Armalite's great, and a lot of people out there, I'm sure they know this, but when you say, I'm buying an AR,
that means Armalite.
That's
and
right.
We stress that on this show. That's one of the things, we hate when people call them assault rifles.
Right.
Because that is a trick. That's a media trick that the leftist media put in play years ago that they just made this word up.
Right.
Assault rifle. There's no such thing as an assault rifle.
That's right.
It's a rifle.
Absolutely. And a lot of people look down on that gun. And my youngest daughter, Jordan, she killed her first deer with one, a Car 15. And she was at the time she was 8 years old. I had I could collapse the stock. It would fit her, less recoil. I was using some Barnes TSX bullets, and the deer
not as
ran.
loud.
Nope,
a little less intimidating for the beginning hunter.
So two of my kids, Dustin, my oldest, he killed his first deer with a Car 15, and it's an incredible gun.
Yeah, they are. They're very versatile.
Absolutely,
very versatile tools. That's what we'll call them.
Yeah, tools.
Tools of the trade.
Yep, tools of whatever trade you need them for.
That's right.
So, but you guys put up the big raffle prize, which you were a little surprised. Yeah. We come to find out you were surprised.
I was a little surprised. I was coordinating with my company. They're out of the home office out of Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm out of North Carolina, right outside of Fort Bragg, where I retired from. And I was coordinating with the home office, and they were sending out what I thought was a basic M15, one of our, tactical line. It was a nice AR. And so I got here. Nate this morning told me that he's like, hey, that was a great gun. I said, yeah, I was looking forward to providing that gun for this, and he said, yeah, it's about an 18-inch barrel, I think, and I think it's stainless. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, I think that's our 3-gun competition gun. And so I hopped in my car.
Right roll.
Yeah, and that was incredible. I'm glad that
somebody's in trouble.
I'm glad that Craig sent that out for us. And so I hopped in my car, I ran down to the local gas station to the closest ATM, and I grabbed $100 out of there, and I came back and I bought some of the Night Stalker raffle tickets.
Night Stalker stickers.
Yeah, stickers.
You need some stickers.
Tickets.
You need some Night Stalker stickers.
Yeah, I don't have one. So
Peter Piper picked a pack of those Night Stalker stickers.
So it was a little disappointing. I was a little shocked when I walked up and to buy the tickets, and I noticed it was one of our AR-10 Super SAS guns, 308. That is it retails for $3,100.
Wow.
That is the same gun that I use as one of my demo guns when I go out and meet with the SWAT teams and stuff to let them see it'll shoot.
It was a sexy gun.
It'll shoot sub MOA every day, and I was a little disappointed because I started to go back down the store and get a couple more $100 worth of tickets, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was on my way out to get my raffle tickets for it. And there's another table set up on the way out that's got like this 50 BMG. I think it's what organization is that? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
It's like American Legion, or
I don't know who it is. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
They had a couple raffles going on today. They had the USPSA. They were raffling. I think they were raffling. I don't know, a grand maybe, something. I don't know what they were doing. Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was for you guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there shelling out money for, raffle tickets for this, thinking that it's, for the Night Stalkers. And he's giving me the tickets and explaining what's going on. And then he's like, we're with this other organization, and it's going to be tied in. We're not giving away today. It's going to be tied in with the Kentucky Lottery, pick 3.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Somehow. Oh, yeah. So whatever the pick 3 is on this day, if your number, because they're only going to do 1,000 tickets for this 50 BMG.
Wow, okay.
So odds are great.
But I'm glad. I'm glad I got the tickets, but I wasn't going to buy that many tickets.
Right. Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah. So when I went out there to buy tickets for you guys, I didn't have as much money. But
he said he wasn't going to buy that many tickets, but he really wants a 50.
No, I wanted that. What is it? What do you call it?
Oh, the Super SAS.
The Super SAS. I wanted the Super SAS. Yeah, I'd much rather had that than the 50 BMG. I will probably, if I win that 50 BMG, I'll probably might shoot it twice.
Yeah, you got to have a great range to shoot that with a good backstop.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd let me shoot it from up here. This view that we have, we're in the restaurant right now, and we're overlooking the valley down at Park City, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the most beautiful views.
Absolutely.
Yep.
From anywhere. But back to the giveaway. So we get to the big giveaway, and so you guys, you're building the anticipation, and then you're like still selling tickets all the way up until the end. People are still running up there buying tickets. I think you should have jacked the prices up. Next year is what you need to do. Is like round 1, it's this price. If you come back for round 2, it goes up. Hour out. Round 3, boom, it goes back up some more.
That's a good idea.
30 minutes out, it goes up another 5.
Exactly.
15 minutes, it goes up 10 more.
Yes.
Yeah, Derek.
That's a brilliant idea. I'm going to run that by the guys. See how that works out.
Yeah.
Don't run it by them. Just do it.
Just
You're
do
in
it.
charge.
Just do
Exactly
it, man.
correct. Exactly.
You're the boss. But so everybody's got their tickets. So it's last minute. We're doing the drawing, and you've got red tickets and white tickets. That's another thing you got to do away with.
Oh yeah, when
because immediately
I started crying.
It's like the white ticket comes out and everybody's got the reds deflated. It's like,
Yep.
So they pull out. I had a red ticket, by the way. So they pull out a white ticket, and you hear the
And the second, well, all right, so I'm sorry to interrupt, but
I was
the first one,
that.
he donated a gun back, which is
so Tracy, who was on the show earlier, you guys heard Tracy. Tracy won. Yeah, he won the gun. I mean, dead to rights, it was his. Fair's fair. He paid for his tickets, and by all rights, I mean, nobody was mad.
No,
I mean, just
I
because
was
he's
getting-
a part of the association, it's no big deal.
I was getting ready to go shake his hand and start
But
getting
he
photos. And
he gave it back. He donated it back. And what did I say on the radio? I said, if I win it, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, you sure did.
I was like, I'm not giving it back if I win that rifle.
I was torn.
But
I was
Tracy
like,
gave
if I
it
win
back,
this,
man. So kudos to Tracy for that. And then so we go to round 2, and Derek builds the suspense even more and makes like
do what I
5
can.
more announcements in between. He's
do
like,
what I can.
oh wait, I forgot.
I do what I can, yeah.
I got to talk about
I
this
purposefully
person.
left some people out that I had to thank.
It was
so I can go
brilliant.
back and thank
It
them
was
later.
brilliant because you sold more tickets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was
Oh,
even
yeah.
more tickets that were sold in
So every
between.
time I realized that I did something wrong or failed to acknowledge somebody, I just simply added in the opportunity to buy more tickets.
buy more tickets.
Yeah.
Spend
And,
more
then,
money.
and then nobody cared. It was
And it
okay.
worked.
After that, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody was lining up
Yeah.
still.
Every time I would turn around, Andrew would say, "You forgot this." And also, I need to make this announcement. You forgot this.
And if
And
so
I
and so
need to-
come, please come to the stage.
Yes.
And in between, that's when you did the shirts.
We did some shirts. The
Yeah, talk about that, and then we'll get to the.
So a buddy of
the final
mine,
drawing.
that came out, he at one point in time he was doing some T-shirt prints, some screens, and he had a variety of different T-shirts, logos, emblems, and stuff. So he'd sent me a picture one time, and he said, "You might like this one." And he had, Live Free or Die, and a couple others. I can't remember all of them, but one of them was Dip and Velcro. So it's pretty funny. I wore it up here to the Rock one time, and Nate Noble actually was looking at it. He's like, "Man, where'd you get that shirt?" I said, "Well, a friend of mine made it." He said, "Dude, I love that. It's a great shirt." He said, "I love that line in the movie." I said, "Okay." So,
So for our listeners who don't know what that is, explain the dip and Velcro.
So in the movie Zero Dark 30,
Which was the movie about hunting.
the movie about hunting
Osama
Bin
bin
Laden.
Laden.
correct.
Yeah.
So the CIA agent is talking to a group of the operators and saying, this is what I want to do. This is how I see it. It's like, honestly, I didn't even want you guys here with all your dip and your Velcro and all your bullshit. So he sends me this T-shirt, this picture of it. I said, I want 2 of them. I like them so much, I want 2 of them. So it's awesome. And plus, so knowing the military in general, and then the organization, so many of us, if it's green and Velcro and it looks cool, it's black, we want it.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
if it's black, has Velcro, and if it will glow green, I
Yeah.
think everybody
Glow
wants it, right?
green, yeah.
And I don't think there's too many people running around that doesn't have a can of dip stuck in their pocket somewhere. So, so it went over
Get that
real well.
ring in your pocket.
Yep.
But we had a couple. He said he had a couple T-shirts left over, so he brought 6 up here for the match. And everybody was asking, "What are you going to do with the shirts? What are you going to do with the shirts?" I said, "Well, I'm not sure yet." "What are you going to do with the shirts?" "Well, I'm not sure yet." So we giving out all the prizes, almost all the prizes. We had a few items left that we were running through the raffle, and I said, "You know what? I have an idea." So I got the list, overall match list, and the 6th slowest shooters overall.
Yeah, so you
received a
call these
T-shirt.
names. These people don't know why their names are getting called.
Yeah, it was perfect. They had no
It's
clue.
like,
No
so-and-so
clue.
come up, you come up, you come up, and they're like, why am I? And they're like, look at each other like, well, I didn't do anything.
Did you do anything?
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
One guy, he said, "I was the slowest because I shot 3 stages." And I said, "Well, I don't know how you shot 3 out of 5, but
DQ.
here's your T-shirt. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
He got
Have fun.
DQ'd. That was another thing that was cool is Dairy Queen donated some certificates to go and get a Sunday
correct.
for the people who got disqualified.
Yeah, so DJ likes to do that. So DJ Petro likes to, which I think he's sponsored by Dairy Queen. I'm not sure.
I think he owns a franchise or something. I
have
can't
no
remember
idea.
what it
I'm
was.
not sure. I know he makes some. I know he makes some delicious vanilla treats. On Sundays.
Yeah, he does.
But so
Some
yeah,
bushwhackers.
some bushwhackers. So
Some milk and some chocolate.
he
and
told us
just,
like 6
some-
kinds of rum. I don't know
Yeah.
what's in it, but it's pretty tasty.
Sounds
But you
stout.
can't. You cannot use a regular blender. You have to have a daiquiri mixer.
Yep.
Yep. It has to be frozen.
Or it jacks it up.
Yep.
Huh?
And it is really good. Not that we're drinking it right now,
No.
but it's really good.
He was up here last weekend for the I can't remember what event they had last
Pro-Am?
week.
Pro-Am.
Yeah, the Pro-Am.
the Pro-Am was last week,
Yeah, it was the biggest event they had. Yeah,
we-
he was up here at the Pro-Am. He was running it at the Tiki Bar out front.
Yeah, we donated a surgeon rifle last weekend, and the top shooter was an 18-year-old young man that won that.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like a $7,000 rifle.
Yep. It's one of our great lines.
Yeah, I know the prize tables last week, amateur and pro both were just stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, they were phenomenal.
Oh yeah, the people
prizes.
walking away with EOTech. I mean,
People
multiple-
likes finishing
multiple
100 was
yeah.
walking away with awesome
optics,
stuff. Optics and
certificates for pistols. Yeah,
So-
it was great.
So next year, if you guys are able, come out to Rockcastle for the Pro-Am, and there's a good
Absolutely.
chance you're going to walk away with a nice prize, and you'll have to do your ATF paperwork before you leave because you'll have a nice gun before you leave this place. Probably.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, when we got here today, I asked Nate about it. I said, "Hey man, I heard we have a great gun from Hugh." He's like, "Oh, it's awesome." He said, "It looks great." I was like, "Cool." I was like, "Can we see it?" He's like, "Well,
Heck,
there's
I
a
hadn't
problem."
even seen it.
He's like, "It's locked up in the office, and somebody's taking the keys home with him."
His
I
dad
was
took
like,
it to Colorado.
Did he really?
So he had to get Nick. He had to meet Nick to get
break
the keys.
in.
Yeah, so we've got everybody out front. We're talking about this great raffle we're going to have. Everybody's looking at us like, yeah, whatever. And it's like, no, really, it's locked up in the closet. We promise we're going to bring it out. We promise we're going to bring it out. So, again, kind of building the anticipation just a little bit. Yeah.
I think that was part of Derek's plan right there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we'll say.
So you gave the t-shirts out, and then they did the final mix and draw, and we had a lovely young lady that was doing the announcing.
Yes.
And she pulls out another white ticket. Dead
Once
gum
again, I
her.
almost cried again.
And I was videoing this, and I was like on my last stick of battery. You know, I had like 2 seconds left. I was like, hurry, make
I don't
the
know if we
announcement.
switched I don't know if we ran out of red tickets. I'm not sure what happened with the switch. We may have ran out of red tickets.
There were white tickets or something.
Next
So
time.
we ran out of one. We had to go to the other one.
You really need to keep it one color.
Yes.
Because you're gonna have a
You ran out of white, and you had to go to the red.
You're gonna
think
have
that was it.
you're gonna have a riot on your hand next time.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lead it.
Hey, everybody, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then they reach in and they pull it, and it was one of the Fort Campbell guys that won it,
Yeah,
right?
that's
One of the Fort
correct.
Campbell
Yep.
guys, absolutely.
Yeah. So that was awesome, and he was ecstatic.
And if his wife's listening right now, he's going to pull an ugly prank on you when he gets home. The plan was before he bought a nice AR-10, you guys are going to have your baby, and it was going to be on down the road. He told me this story. He said, but he's going to go in and say, "Yep, I just bought a $3,100 gun today."
The baby's college fund just went toward this competition.
I hope
rifle.
that's okay.
One of the other gentlemen had won a med kit. He said, "You better I'm going to give you my med kit because your wife is going to shank you when you do this."
You're right.
Yeah, he said it was going to be his new heavy metal rifle.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been running heavy metal division or.
It should
Yeah, I think that's what
it
he's
could be
running.
anything he
Yeah.
wants it to be.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
He's a big boy. He could handle that gun. For
Yeah.
us, I think. Yeah.
I saw him on one of the stages earlier. He said,
Yeah, he's
"Man,"
like 6'5" or something. He's
He's
big.
like, "Man, it's hot out here, man." He said, "Running and gunning, it's fun, but I think I'm going to switch to something else. I've been running. I can't remember what he's running in heavy metal, but he said it's too much for me, man." He said, "I can't do it." He said,
And I'm not going to
gonna
say his name, but I want to say thanks to him for his service and all. He just got told he's going to have to step out of the service because of an asthma problem.
Man.
Yep. He served his country well, but he's going to have to step down. And I'll tell you, it goes out to him. He's done a great thing for his country, and thanks to him and his family.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks to all you guys and your service to our country.
Well, thank you for the recognition.
Absolutely,
Appreciate it. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
For all you out there that are listening today or tonight, I'm sure that wherever you are remembering our guys and gals that are forward. Some people in this country don't believe there's a war going on, but I have some real good friends. One of them got killed this past year in November, and I guarantee if you go ask his wife or kids, there is a war going on. When they got notified that Josh was killed in a hostage rescue.
Yeah.
Yep. So that goes out to Josh Wheeler's family and all the other gals and guys out there that are doing great things for America today, right now on the battle.
Absolutely. And that's that's what we really. It's one of the driving forces behind this show. I've said it time and time again. Is we support our military, our law enforcement, our firefighters, our first responders, EMS services. Well, we support all those people.
Absolutely.
And just coming out to events like this, it's our pleasure to get it out there and push and promote it as much as possible.
Well, you're up here covering the Mission 22.
Or as much as you, Mission
that's
22 is
where-
another one of our big organizations,
first
and then of
talk,
course
yeah.
Sheepdog Impact Assistance,
Absolutely.
another one of ours, and
You're telling me about what's the Veterans
VFOB, yeah,
VFOB.
Veterans Family of Brands. So it's an organization where they are pulling in veteran-owned companies that support our veterans, and not just monetarily, but actually going above and beyond with the support to our veterans. And there's a vetting process that you have to go through to become a member. And again, you don't have to be military, you don't have to be law enforcement, you don't have to be firefighter. Right. Just as long as you have a desire to help, support our military men and women, then you can become a member. And if you go to, it's veteransfob.com, or I believe, but you can become a member. There's they're doing a promotion on lifetime memberships right now. It's like $250. can be a lifetime member.
That's
great. There's only like 1,000 of those, and they're never going to be offered again.
Wow.
So I jumped on that old left hand, jumped on that, took advantage of it, signed up Talking Lead as a business partner with them. And if you guys are interested in that, you can do it as well. And just visit their website. Or you can go to my website. There's a link to their site there, too.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about law enforcement earlier and all the first responders. You know, those guys, we'd like to have you guys come out to these competitions. And I know you're out there. I reached out to some of my friends down in the SWAT team in Nashville. And, of course, they're busy trying to keep the streets clean and straight and protect us down there. But they couldn't make it. But they really wanted to come out here. But
are you out of Nashville?
No, I'm out of North Carolina, right out of Pinehurst.
That's right. You said not.
Yep.
You said that. And we got a ton of listeners in North Carolina also.
Oh, great.
Yep. Tons of
a lot of great shooters out there.
There are. So next year, you guys going to be a part of this event next year?
If any way possible, we're going to try to provide some more than one gun next year.
More than one gun. Okay.
Yeah.
I know some people appreciate that. We're trying to figure out how we're going to run a prize table. It's kind of a small prize table, but that being said, it's more about the meaning behind it all as opposed to getting something really great on the table. We want everybody to come out and have a good time and have fun and enjoy themselves and understand the meaning of it. But
and that's the thing with this. What we were talking about earlier is, this is not your typical, 3-gun, 2-gun competition.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of thought that's gone behind it, and it's very meaningful. And when you go shoot these stages, it's not just I'm shooting another stage. There's history behind these stages, and speaking of these stages and history behind them, there's one called the Wicked Witch.
Yes.
Tell us about that one, because that's got a really cool history behind it.
So the stages have most of them have a name that's derived from a specific incident or an event, a time, something that happened to a crew and or a historical time in the unit's history. And so the Wicked Witch, one of my last deployments, we had an opportunity to go out to the small arms range. We run a small arms range with some of our customers that we support. And afterward, some of the guys were hanging out in the living area talking about, how many times you engage a threat, talking about different drill names and, the El Presidente and, everything, El Conquistador.
El Conquistador,
everything else. And it was funny because the living quarters, they had the room on the right and you had the shower area on the left. So the doors open to the shower area and this guy comes out, one of the guys we were working with comes out, he's in flip-flops and gym shorts. And he says, "Hey man, what you guys talking about? You guys talking about how many times you shoot somebody?" I'm like, "Well, we were just discussing, different drills that you could run, etc." He said, "Look, man, you don't shoot nobody less than 5 times, okay? Every time I shoot a guy, I shoot that guy 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said, like in The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy poured that bucket of water over the witch and melted her to the ground, he said, you melt his ass to the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was just so cool the way he said it, right? It was so funny.
Yeah. I was thinking, just matter of fact.
I was like, man, so obviously it stuck, right? Yeah. So I would tell that to some of the guys that I worked with, and
obviously he's a guy that's done a lot of melting.
He's done, he kind of elaborated on it a little bit, about some of that. But I told some of the civilians that I was working with at the time about that story. So they incorporated that into their some of their verbiage whenever they're talking to their students about how do you know that threat's eliminated. It's not just a double tap or controlled pairs or whatever you want to call them, right? He said, you put as many rounds into them as you have to. He said, you melt that ass to the ground like the Wicked Witch. So this stage in particular,
there's a patch there.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, and a shirt. Yeah, there's a patch and a shirt.
So this stage, and actually it was funny. He said, you melt them to the ground like Dorothy did the witch when she ran off with the broom and red slippers. And I was like, weren't they ruby slippers? He's like, well, rubies are red too, man. So
same thing. Yeah.
So that was the funny part that really stuck out. So with this stage in particular, we scored a little bit different. We didn't really score the rifle targets. You had to have 5 shots. So 5 shots on 6 targets. So you had to melt them to the ground. And after that, you had to retrieve the broom, which was a 40-pound kettlebell from
the tube.
The tube, yes. Yeah, from the tube.
Drain tube.
Run down, drop it in a box, and then draw the pistol, engage all the pistol targets.
For you guys that have been watching my Facebook page, that is the tube that Nick Atkinson, the video that I posted of Nick kind of sliding through the tube. Same tube.
Yeah, so there were a lot of people that they saw this and said, oh man, what is this? And actually when we were talking about it, Brian Ray, who assisted me, who has assisted me the last 2 years, last year and this year has been instrumental in making this event happen. He said, do you want to put the kettlebell in the tube? I said, well, I don't know. I didn't think about it. He said, well, let's try it and see what happens. So we put it in there and we ran it. He said, I think that'll work. I was like, it's going to be a smoker, man. And he said, well, if you want to do it, we'll do it. And I said, let's do it. So figure, why make it easy?
Because it's one of those where you had to, so you're shooting, you're engaging the targets, boom, 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 and you're moving forward. But when you get done with your rifle, you got to go back. You got to remember to go back and get it.
Run back, grab the broom.
Grab the broom.
Yep, in quotes, and run back in the deposit. I wish we had a bucket. Really, what I wish we had was we had a picnic table out there. I wish we had a set of red ruby slippers.
There you go.
Just some old pumps or something we could have set out there, right?
Yeah.
Just as a little reminder.
You can bring some of yours next time, Derek.
I keep those in my
Just get one of those little witch hats, the shoes, and the broom. Just kind of leave it.
I keep my heels in my travel bag. Don't tell nobody. So
that was an interesting story, though. When I got on the stage, they sitting there observing. Derek said, "Hey, this have you seen this, Hugh? The story about this stage?" And I read it, and I started laughing. He said, "Have you seen? Was that what you guys did?" I said, "Well, I can tell you a story. We come off target one night. We got back. We started looking at helmet cam footage, where one of the bad guys came out in the hallway with AK and tried to shoot some of our guys coming down the hall. And 3 of our guys opened up on him, and we put it in slow-mo. And he got hit 42 times before he hit the ground by 3 guys. That was 5.56. Now, the other gentleman that he was talking about was a 7.62 guy. And 5 shots at 7.62.
Yeah,
they
melt
down.
They definitely melt.
He said, every time I melt a guy, he said, I got to do, ammo math, man. He said, because I can only shoot 4 dudes with a magazine. I was like, well, that's a...
I can only shoot 4 dudes with a magazine.
I'm sorry, brother.
But he used to get one of those 40-round magazines.
Yeah.
So that story stuck. It's one that I probably will never forget.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But the cool thing about it is that you guys, from last year to this year, you're changing up. It's not the same stages every time.
Not
so
the
you
same
come up with a
stages.
new history, a new story.
So we talked about doing another historical event. We could go back and look at the past, the 35 years, and try to find things that have really stood out that were, in the news or in a history book to some extent. And eventually, if we do enough of these events, we're going to run out of things. So I thought, well, let's see how we can do it.
I mean, how many years?
So instead of 35.
35 years.
So,
yeah.
So instead of
but you're still moving forward. So every year something new is happening.
Something new is happening all the time.
It's not necessarily a bad thing if we run out of things to do.
No, yeah. So the idea was
we'll just reuse the old ones again.
Maybe we could. I was trying to think of specific little instances that would be a little bit more.
You could come up with a Quigley Down Under. You could start tying them into.
We talked about that, yeah. Get a red Ferrari out here.
Yeah. Magnum PI.
We'll paint the go-kart red and
there you go.
See what happens.
Heck yeah.
There may have been some go-kart driving with NVGs last night.
I was talking to a guy out there with Brian earlier, and this cat's going to put together a 5K 2-gun.
Oh, wow.
With obstacles.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He posted a video on Facebook or YouTube. They did a 10K.
Yeah, he was in Colorado or somewhere.
Crazy. Yeah. I was like, ooh, 5K.
Oklahoma. It was Oklahoma is where he said it was.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. That'd be awesome. So there'll be more to come on that one, Leadheads. Hopefully I'll get up here and cover that. But he's talking about doing it up here. So.
Oh, yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Great terrain for it.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure how to work. If he runs into the cave, that might be an issue.
Well, he said the cave. He says he's going to implement the cave into it. Yeah.
Okay, that'll be fun.
There's like 54 miles of caves, right?
54, 57, yeah. I think it's 54.
I think he can get the 10K out of that.
Oh, yeah.
5K.
Well, just run part of it in there.
Yeah.
Part of it through one of the caves. But the one the one that we went to today, man,
it was fun.
I think it's brutal.
It was fun, yeah. It was brutal getting to it. It can be brutal getting to it. But
so we were on our way out when we finished the first part of this the show. We were going out to the giveaway, and I was wanting to get my raffle tickets. And you guys got up and was heading out, and I was slow to go. I was checking a couple of emails, and I was right behind you, and then my legs seized up. I mean, they just cramped. It's just
hydration.
And I was like, hey, I need raffle tickets.
I looked at my phone. I got a text message that Marty, and it said, I need raffle tickets. I was like, well, where's Marty at? And
he's like, get your own damn raffle tickets,
like,
dude.
Oh, wait. He's like, and I'm cramping up real bad. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Because I remember you said in the cave coming out, you said, man, I wish I hadn't worked legs yesterday.
Yeah, I worked legs yesterday, like harder than I've ever worked them. And then we come out here and I've sweat balls and, climbing hills and going from 90 degrees to 50 degrees. Yeah, my legs just like, and then sitting here for however long we sat here and I get up. Yeah, go ahead and call me a puss. That's fine.
at it.
Well, guys, I appreciate you being on, and appreciate you supporting this fine event here that I know is just going to continue to grow and get more popular.
I hope so.
Even though you don't want it to.
I hope so. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I know I had a lot of folks talk to me after last year's event and leading up to this year's event. A lot of them said, do you think you can get that on the training calendar so we can work our trip time, our TDY? I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I don't know if I can do that for you. You know when there's going to be, you work your own trips and your
get
own
us some hours credited on this thing, man.
Yeah. So it was a good event last year. I'm looking forward to doing it again in the future. We'll see how it goes.
Well,
as long as we have support.
I'm going to throw out a challenge to Derek now. Instead of once a year, I think you need to do this at least twice. Or, hey, you know what? Do one once a quarter.
Once a quarter.
You're going to get the support. All the guys out there, guys and gals, they love coming out and shooting. It gives them an excuse to come out and shoot some.
Yep.
And it's for a great cause.
Yep.
I don't want to say that I will not accept the challenge. I will tell you that I will accept the challenge. I don't know if
Your wife's going to kill me.
I don't know if my staff will support the challenge. Yes, Mrs.
I don't know if your marriage will support it.
Yeah, Mrs. El Conquistador may not appreciate or approve. We'll
She
see
has
how
a
it goes.
knack of showing up when her name's mentioned, doesn't she?
Yes.
She the hair on the back of her neck was standing up. She's coming to smack him and down.
The beautiful, the lovely to my left, your right, for those listening.
Mrs. El Conquistador.
Yes.
She's giving she's giving him those "I'm gonna kick your butt" eyes. We've already, just so you know, I just challenged him to do this not only once but twice a year. Better yet, do it once a quarter because it's for a great cause.
She said, "Oh no, you didn't."
No, you didn't. She's already raised her hand up at me, and oh Lord, it's not gonna be good.
I will tell you one thing I'd like to say is that in the last 2 years since doing this, I had the opportunity to travel to Vegas for SHOT Show with Nick and Nate's assistance, as well as the assistance of the Night Stalker Association, and I've met more amazing people in the industry. Supporters of the military, gun enthusiasts, just across the board. Some of the best people I've ever met in my life. I have a brother. I have a brother of my own. He lives in North Carolina. I haven't, don't see him as often as I'd like to since he's moved. And in the military, we call everybody brother. Hey brother, how's it going?
Right. Yeah.
I've never met another group of people that I call brother, or that I hear people call me brother, on it every time we see each other, as I did at SHOT, at the NRA convention, or here at Rockcastle. Every time I see somebody.
It is a very tight community.
Great bunch of guys.
It's a handshake and a hug and a pedal. Hey brother, how you doing? Hey brother, anything you want. It's a great.
And it's a sincere. It's not just
absolutely.
Bro.
Bro. Yeah, it's been great. So,
bro.
just had to say that because the opportunity to see and meet the people that I have the last 2 years has really made an impact.
Yeah. Are you going to SHOT Show this year?
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm hoping I have the opportunity to do so. I keep telling my wife I want to take her, but
the boss is rolling her eyes.
Yeah,
we're crossing our fingers, and if we get the same room that we normally get, you'll have to come join us. We got a sweet little setup in between the exhibit halls.
Okay,
those little rooms are like offices right there by the escalators.
Yeah. Yes,
we got a little private room right there that we set up and record
perfect.
from. So it's a great little getaway, get out of the hubbub and everything, and
the rat race.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
It's it's amazing the amount of business and work that happens at Round Bar.
At Laguna Bar. Laguna Bar.
Yeah. I remember everybody was like, "Oh, go to Round Bar." It's like,
Round Bar's where it's at, man. That's where all the deals are made.
That's where I told Derek. I said, "Derek, meet me here because I'm really busy all day. Just meet me there." And he's kind of rolled his eyes. Okay.
I mean, they could save themselves a lot of
time
and money, and it's just everybody just go to the Round Bar once a year, and
that's where most of the business takes place, right there.
Yep. It sure does.
Correct. You're not lying. It did.
So if you're in Vegas, go down to downstairs in the Palazzo on the casino floor, and look for the Laguna Bar and hang out there with all the shooters around the world.
All right.
It's people from all over the world.
It's a round bar. Yep. That's where it gets its name, Round Bar.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, good times.
It's usually standing room only.
That's right.
That's what would happen. Walking the floor, somebody would text me, "Hey, where you at?" SHOT Show is so huge. The floor is so huge.
Oh yeah.
You get lost. I have no idea where I'm at. And then at the end of the day, it's great because sometimes I do happy hour at the booth. I remember I was walking out one day and I had 2 beers. Somebody handed me one and walked away. So I had 2. Right.
You were just carrying them, right?
So I'm walking out like I'm lost as hell. I don't know where I'm at. Walk out. Somebody's texting me. I'm like, where are you at? We're at Round Bar. Why would you be anywhere else? What am I thinking?
Right.
I should just walk straight there. That's it.
If you get lost, just go to Round Bar.
Yep.
That's
kind
of
you got to find somebody
universal
you know
meeting place.
So I was out there for about 3.5 to 4 weeks this year. I was there for SHOT Show. I was there for the Grand Slam convention like 2 days later, and then I went to Safari Club International. I was really ready to get back to North Carolina by the end of that trip.
No doubt.
But my oldest son, Dustin, came out, and I took him and I showed him basically my home away from home there in the Palazzo, and we had dinner there at table 10 up on the second level, and we walked by the round bar, and it was dead because guess what? SHOT Show was over. There was no one there. It was like ghost town.
I believe it.
Yeah, SHOT Show and the strippers convention have left the town.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd forgot about that.
Yep. So tell everybody how they can get in touch with Strategic Armory Corps.
Fastest way is use that magic thing called Google.
Google?
Yep.
Yep.
And you can Google Armalite, Surgeon, Nexus Ammo, AWC suppressors, or Strategic Armory Corps, and each one of those websites has a link to all the other gun companies, McMillan rifles, and if you'll look on there, contact the company, and you can tell them that Hugh Foskey sent you, or whatever works best for you. Mm-hmm. And we'll set you up with a surgeon rifle. We'll build it. That is a custom-built gun. We can build you a hunting rifle along the McMillan line. And no, we do not own McMillan stocks. We own McMillan rifles.
Gotcha.
Just so you know, we have a lot of people that walk all over the floor at SHOT Show just to come find us looking for a stock. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to tell them, sorry, man,
separate entity.
Yep, we don't have the stock. I wish we did, but we don't.
Yeah.
But our ammo is really it's really high end competition ammo, and a lot of our ammo is going to the U.S. government because it's high quality ammo.
And which company's the ammo?
That's Nexus ammo.
Nexus, I saw it. Yeah.
Nexus ammo.
I was going to ask you what Nexus was. So that's the ammo company.
But pretty much everything you can imagine, we have it. Contact us, and we'll set you up. We can set you up with a complete system. If you want a surgeon rifle or a hunting rifle with a scope, bipod, drag bag, hard, with the hard box, anything you want, we'll have it set up for you as a system. And when you get it, it'll already be zeroed if that's what you want. Ready to go.
And then, of course, their local dealers, I'm sure, carrying
absolutely.
the Armalites.
Yep. You go to your local dealer and you can order Armalite or any of these type guns or ammo.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Gentlemen, I'll tell you, as you're talking, I'm listening to you, but I'm also looking out over the view that we have here. And in the back of my mind, I'm listening to Hugh talk. And
Don't you start crying on us.
I'm getting all verklempt. I'm thinking, how in the hell am I going to do one of these once a quarter? How am I going to do one of these once a quarter?
You're going to do okay.
The brain is kicked in.
But with the view, I was like, well, I got to try something. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm going to go tell Nick and Nate right after we get off this that Derek's going to be contacting him for next quarter.
Go ahead and reserve it.
Before Christmas. We'll call it the Christmas shoot.
We'll see how it goes, yeah. No Christmas.
Santa shoot.
Yeah, the Santa shoot. I like that. Yeah. You can dress either as an elf or Santa. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll see how it goes.
You can do a Halloween shoot?
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier. Yeah, we talked about doing a Halloween shoot or something like that.
That'd be great with the caves.
Yeah.
I know, that'd be awesome.
People dress up for the caves?
Oh, absolutely. Some of them probably already dressed for that today anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, let's go get us an adult beverage.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, guys.
And Leadheads, make sure you go and visit our sponsors, Nordic Components. Check them out at nordiccomp.com. Check out all the shotgun components that they have there, AR components, and of course now their new line of AR-15s, the NC line. They've got the 223-556, they've got the 300 Blackout, they've got a 22, they've got a 308 on the way, so be on the lookout for that. We'll have a special announcement once that gets released. Cobalt Kinetics, check them out at cobaltkinetics.com. Multicam Pattern, go check those guys out at multicampattern.com. And of course, all these guys have Facebook pages too. Go to their Facebook page, like them, let them know that you're Leadheads and that you appreciate their support. Keltec Weapons, check them out at keltecweapons.com. We've got a video of a PLR-16 that we did some modifications to. Casey Griggs, Andrew, and I did. I'll probably be releasing that video footage coming out pretty soon. X Steel Targets. For all your AR-500 steel target needs, check out xsteeltargets.com.
X Steel Targets.
Glock, the official carry of Lefty of Talking Lead. That's right, I carry the Glock 23 and the Glock 27. That's right, I'm a 40 guy, not ashamed to admit it, but you guys check out Glock USA. And of course, Frontier Tactical. Our buddy Nate Love over there has a very innovative product, the Warlock system, multi-caliber system for your AR, where you can get a plethora of different calibers from one AR-15. Check them out at frontiertactical.com. And then, of course, the organizations that Talking Lead supports, we'd like you guys to go and show your support as well. You lead heads, Mission 22, Sheepdog Impact Assistance. And if you're a business owner and you support our veterans, go to veteransfob.com. That's the Veterans Forward Operating Base. It's supported by the Veterans family of brands and you. You can go there and see how you can become a member of that organization. That's it for this week, Leadheads. As always, keep your loved ones close and keep your firearms closer.